Hey guys, it's Rambo here. I'm back. I survived COVID and all that stuff, and I am getting excited. I think that I'm pretty rejuvenated to get going here and start doing videos again. I'm sorry for my long leave of absence, but busy, and sick. So, with that said, very exciting times. Let's get into some of our older picks, and then I have three really good ones here that have been pretty popular. And I'm sorry I couldn't help you with Redbox a little bit earlier, but we'll talk about that. Let's get into Sybil right here, right off the bat. This is you notice my charting system's a little bit different. That's another reason why I've been gone. I've been doing a lot of uh, testing certain things. These are called Renko bars. These are not regular candles. They don't go by time. They strictly go by a desired set price. Mine is at 2 cents. So whenever it goes up or down 2 cents, it puts in the candle. So the big thing is about that is down here after it goes down 2 cents and it comes up 2 cents, it still doesn't print. It only prints after it goes up another 2 cents. So that's a 4 cent move right there. But it's kind of like Heikinashi, kind of, but very easy to read. And then I have my Ichimoku cloud up there also. So enough about that. If you've got questions, you could leave comments down below. Earlier, I was expecting a pullback to around 0.0183, and gee, we got to 0.018. So
CCI daily scan.
we bounce off. This is a 9-day EMA here, SMA. I'm sorry. So we are putting in higher highs and higher lows. So we are still kind of in a transition period here. We're underneath the clouds, so things still aren't looking rosy for Sybil, but things are changing overall. We did break the downtrend line, which is a good sign still. Now I'd like to see a couple of blue days here coming up for Sybil, and we'll see what Sybil has to offer us here in the future. HDUP. HDUP had a really good day today, up just about 20%. It broke through the cloud right here, so that means we're kind of in a bullish area. We still are in under the downtrend though. And with that said, this red line right here, this blue line, this is connected with this MACD divergence indicator. Divergence means when the price is going down and the histogram is going up, that's a divergence. That usually means there's an uptrend. When it's red, these red ones, that means the price is going up and everything's going down here, which means it's a bearish divergence. And if you notice, hate to tell you, if you're in HDUP, we do have a bearish divergence here, but that's okay. We broke the cloud, which is a good sign. I would say I wouldn't mind seeing a nice healthy pullback to around 0.0818 for it to make a next move. Again, though, under the downtrend, I only scalp, so just be careful, guys, in this area right here. If you have profits, take them. Wait for a pullback, maybe get in, scalp it again, and wait for it to break that downward trend line. Next I have is ILIS. Um, ILIS, I got to get my chart set up here. We got it at 200. No, that does not. Usually that means $2, but OTC it automatically changes it to 2 cents. So every brick is 2 cents. We had a really nice pop up, and we held this support line for a while, but now we broke it. We are definitely still in a downtrend. We're still underneath the secondary downtrend here. What I do like though is this green line right here is an anchored VWAP, and that's called the money line, and that means it's the candle with the highest volume. Not all the time, but usually I would have liked to seen it back here on this one. Usually when it's on the lowest candle on the chart, the highest volume, that's a good sign of an uptrend. Vice versa, when heaviest volume is up on the top of the chart, that usually means downtrend. So there could be some good things coming for ILIS here. We didn't exactly, well, we have to wait and see if this is a bottom. If it is, it's a higher low than right here. That's another thing about Heikinashi. It's really easy to see the highs and the lows. Um, so we did hit a low, came up, hit it again, same price as 1218 or so, 119. But now this is highest volume, so that's usually a good sign. Now we're still in the smart money, but now ILIS over the year, we're slightly now in a downtrend. So downtrend, we're still underneath the secondary downtrend, let alone the primary one. So keep that in mind for ILIS. But with that high volume, I would really like to see a good week for the rest of the week for ILIS, but we will wait and see. Next we have is MJWL. MJWL. Let me get that one set up here. We hit a bottom now. Here we have a divergence. Okay, now this could have been the move. Just because it's a divergence doesn't mean it's some massive move coming up. Sometimes they're small, sometimes they are very big. And I'll get back to that for a reason later on here. But we did hit kind of, a triple top right here. We're coming back down. RSI is out of the overbought here, but the CCI is just about in the oversold. So we'll have to see what's going on with MJWL. We did get a crossover here on the MACD, which is good. Still above, so that's a good sign. But again, we're still very far below the primary downtrend. We're actually moving away from it. But again, this divergence here, we are negative 1.5 on the deviations here. So we are in a smart money area, but you're going to be holding it for a while, possibly. So just to let you know on that. Now the big three. We have, let's see if I could find it here. Let's start off with Redbox. I'm going to get this set up. That's a long story about how you set these. Usually it's half of the average trading range. Right now, the average trading range for Redbox is $1.04, so I set it to 52 cents right there. And that's your proper brick size. And here's an example, guys. This bright green is the most volume on the chart. It's low. It's not at the lowest point. Sometimes when it prints up higher, then we get a pullback, so you can't really trust it up here. But overall, it's still pretty low. So, just a beautiful rip up. And look at where we stopped, right at the average. I told everybody in the Discord and Moon Markets Discord, most likely we would see something in around 10.92 or so, $11, and that's where we got. And now we had a good pullback. We're back down to 8.53 after hours. 8.47 is the bid right now. So great rip. I hope you guys made some money. Right now, if we do stay above 825 right here, had really solid support right here. Things could still be going well for Redbox tomorrow. Remember what I always say, guys, with support and resistance and what it likes to do. Not all the time, but much of the time. We like to see I look at the price as movement. So we have, like this is a support resistance line, right? Okay, so usually if we break, if we hit it, usually we'll break back down and then we'll break it and then come back and retest and then go. Okay, that's one example. Another one is we hit resistance, hit it again, double top kind of, and we get rejected. Sometimes we just blow right through it, come back down and retest and go. So right here, it looks like we hit resistance. Now we're coming back down to the negative negative 0.5 area. Now we got to see what's going to happen here. Are we going to hit it, bounce up, and crash through? Are we going to go through it, hit it, crash? Are we going to hit it, come up, retest, and take back off? Those are the things that we're going to have to look at here with Redbox as time goes on. It could happen after hours. Looks like we're trying to march our way back down there as around 797 area. And we'll see what happens here. We're still above the cloud, which is a good sign. We're below the 9 SMA. So we'll wait and see what kind of action happens here post and pre-market to see what we're doing with Redbox. People ask me, is it over? Is it over? It could be. It cannot. I don't know. I wish I did know. Believe me, I really wish I did. But usually it's bullish when we're above the cloud here, and we just broke through the cloud, guys. But you got to remember, we're coming from $2, right? So we went up 5x. So just keep that in mind, please, guys. If you made a lot of money, maybe take it out and just keep your initial investment in, and see what happens after that, after the fact here with Redbox. But right here, we're kind of in a crux here. We either break this and we head south, or we bounce off it tomorrow, maybe getting past the average price at 1088 and maybe work our way up to the 1.5 deviation at 1387. The next deviation up, the +1 deviation, is 1671. So those are things that I'm not saying that because that's where I think it's going to go. I'm just giving you the options of where the next support and resistances might be. Remember, still just an old man upstairs in a dark room looking at 3 monitors. So, Redbox, very exciting. Now, a new one here. Moon Market just called out HCDI. So HCDI, now I got to change the bricks on this one. There we go. Okay, Moon called it out at around 9:30, so it was around 3:02, somewhere around there. I don't know specifically. I thought it was a little bit higher than that, 3:09 or so. But just called out. Supposedly there is a squeeze on this going on. So if you notice, I got in at 3:21. So I bought in on the lower chart here. Obviously, dumb money. So but with the squeeze, you got to remember 321. Redbox was at $3. So, but I'm gonna keep somewhat of a tight stop on this one. I think I got it down here at 280. So I got around 43 cents to play with. And we'll see what happens here. It took off after hours. It's up to 335. And we'll see what happens tomorrow with this one. Deviation wise, I mean, it's crazy. It's over 2 right now. So we're far away from the cloud. We're in oversold territory, but remember, just because it's up there doesn't mean it's time to sell. This could hang out there for a long time, especially on squeeze. So, but this one, too late to get in. Usually I would wait for a pullback, guys. Let's see what I can see on the 3-year chart. Now the 3-year chart here, we just broke through. All right, and the highest volume was right here. We just broke that resistance right there. So if you're playing from the 3 year, now that each one of these candles is 40 cents. Okay, so but we definitely can. We do have a possibility of getting to 375. The first dev up is 451. There is resistance right there, so be careful at around 451, and then resistance here at 1.5 at 541. So keep those in mind. The histogram's looking good. It's all green. This just broke through, so we're not even in over bought territory yet with the RSI. So things look like it has some room to run. So I'm looking forward to HCDI. And now, if you remember with the divergence, right? This is what I want to take a look at, BTTX. Okay, now BTTX, I got it at 13-cent candle, or 0.0013. That does not make sense to me at all. Let's try 130. Sorry about this, guys. Oh, no wonder. I was on the 3 year. Do not want to do that. I want to be on this one. And I still can't get it. So I'm still new to this here too. So guys, just hold your horses. Okay, BTTX just had a mammoth day today, 120%. I don't know what I was looking at. I could have swore I had a big divergence here. $13. Okay. That's still not enough. All right, I'm going to put this on pause and wait and see what I'm getting. All right, guys, sorry about that. I must have been looking at another chart. I thought there was a big divergence here. I can't find it. There was a divergence right here at $1.03, and look where we ran up to 224. Now we do have a high volume candle right here, and it did make us move. We came back down a little bit, and now we're seeing if we could break 220. If we do, now remember, we're still underneath the cloud here, so we're still in bearish territory. We are in overbought territory right here. So if you're in it, be cautious, but pay attention to what's going on at 219. If you guys aren't in it and looking to see what gets into it, maybe post pre-market, see what happens if we rip up, and then kind of come back down and set one of these. Then you could have your support and resistance areas and wait and see where we're at tomorrow. Usually the market movers don't like it coming down right at a support right at the beginning of the day, or right at resistance at the beginning of the day, because it kind of tips their hands. They usually like to be smack dab in the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhere in the middle, something like this, and then you have to wait and watch and see what happens here, work its way back down to support, and if it bounces, then you could get in here and play it up to resistance, something like that. But there definitely is, I think, room to run here still. We're above that volume candle. It is low on the chart. It's not the lowest, but it's awfully low. So I think BTTX can still has some room to run. Overall, we're in the -1 deviation area. The average price is $8. We are in a downtrend though, so you want to be careful of that. I'm not saying it's going to go to $8. This could very well turn around and go back down to $1 this week. So, um, just giving you something to play with and see where we're going to be going um, in the future with BTTX. And with that said, guys, I'm so glad to get back. And I know I said it before. I'm going to try to come back Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Right now, I really feel like I shouldn't have a problem doing that tomorrow. So hang in there. Thank you very much for hanging with me. If you like the content, please give me a like, subscribe button, please, ding, and we'll be moving forward. And I'll be getting back to getting some more tickers. Please, if you want me to take a look at a ticker, leave something in the comment below, and I'll try to get to it. And if I mentioned Moon Market, if you're not familiar with Moon Market, his Discord is great. We got a lot of good people there. Like to see you come in. I do this all day long, looking at charts, talking to people, asking questions, and making trades also. So if you want to do that, please check out Moon Market. And with that said, guys, have a good night.